Well, let's start with this. Prices have gone up.
Prices surging more than they have in 30 years.
The cost for just about everything is trending higher. The Consumer Price Index spiking 6.2%.
Our experts believe, and the data shows, that most of the price increases we've seen were expected and are expected to be temporary.
We're going to be dealing with the most serious incipient inflation problem that we have faced in the last 40 years.
Our expectation is that these inflation rises will be transitory.
Staples like bacon up more than 20% from last year. Egg prices up 12%. Pepsi is raising the price of its drinks and snacks.
Actually, what I've been doing is like buying a little bit less, and just trying to stretch it more, to be honest with you.
Costs are continuing to rise at a faster pace than hourly earnings.
I mean, it's not that hard to understand when Dana said you pump $10 trillion into the economy between the Fed and Congress.
Where does it come from? Do you just print it?
We print it digitally. So we, as a central bank, we have the ability to create money.
Today, governments create currency by first creating bonds or treasury bills.
And we do that by buying treasury bills or bonds.
These bonds are sold in the market, generating funds for the government that issued them.
All a security is, all a bond is basically a promise that I will give you money right now and you will return that money to me with interest.
Large banks buy U.S. bonds to flip them, selling them to the Federal Reserve at a profit. This is the magic money machine.
We also print actual currency and we distribute that through the Federal Reserve banks.
You see, the Fed is America's central bank, but it doesn't have any money. No cash on its balance sheets. When a bank buys a bond and takes it to the Federal Reserve, the Fed simply says, "Thank you, Mr. Banker. Here's the principal and some profit." New money isn't exchanged. It simply appears on the bank's accounts. Magic.
Since 1913, when the Federal Reserve took over the United States dollar, we've seen that the United States dollar has decreased in value 98%.
But I don't get it. What's so wrong about the Fed printing money? Because it's unconstitutional, pal. Our Treasury is supposed to create our money, but now the Fed controls the printing of America's money.
Here's where it gets really interesting. The Federal Reserve is not a government agency.
No one is allowed inside the Fed. Not you, not me, no American citizen, no duly elected member of our Congress, not the Supreme Court. Not the Supreme Court? Not the Supreme Court, not the Justice Department, not the CIA, DIA, FBI, ATF, ATE, NBC, not even G-O-D.
It's a private entity, and its shareholders are banks which earn a dividend. As much as $80 billion per year total are paid out to some of the very same banks that sell the government debt.
Nobody gets a friggin' dollar that the Fed didn't print. So, they print the money, then they loan it to the government, then they charge the government interest, then the government taxes you to pay for it. Wake up, pal!
Your ATM is safe, your banks are safe, there's enough cash in the financial system, and there is an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve.